Hello, me everyone. Is my voice clear to everyone? Okay. So, how are you all? It's been a week that we met, and first of all, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to different people in different countries. I'm very glad to see you again in today's session with wonderful response again, like every time. So, while registering, you might have heard some today's class. What is the topic of today's session? Can everybody tell me? Anyone can guess what is the topic? Okay, that's good. Arnav, Achit, Arav, good. But here I would like to understand from everyone in your own what is chess strategy? See, strategy in a real life is something which is almost similar to the chess strategy. Okay, at the end, how will you define chess strategy? How will you define chess strategy? In your own words, I wanted to listen from everybody of you, every one of you. Please write the word chess. How will you define it? I mean, how will you define the word? Okay. And I think there are a couple of, as usual, like every time, we have few new entrants here. So I just wanted to clear the rules. Anushri Noyer, I know everything will make you play clearly. Okay, Suhas, can you elaborate? Arav wrong. Arnav maybe yes, correct. Sanjeev, yeah, you maybe you're correct. Achit, no. Shruti, correct. Very good. Ishan, correct. Very good. Okay, I'm good, Paritosh. Okay, Nubaid Khan, very good. Ayush, no. Suhas, correct. Achit, no. Akshaj, correct. Arav Reddy, correct. Very good. Okay, guys. So, is now is Nidhi Nagamulla, Nihas Nagamulla? Can you tell me? Aditya Padia, correct. And okay, so let me clear. I have seen few new people who has joined today's session. I start the session in a couple of minutes. By the time I wanted to recap the rules of the chess class today, the first week in the class, so everybody can use their chat boxes to chat with me, and they can. Angad, hi, hi. I think this is the first time we are seeing you in this. Welcome. So. Whoever has come for the first time to this webinar, okay, I wanted to make things very clear. There is nobody who can chat in this webinar. I mean, to allow in this webinar, everybody can only chat in this webinar. And how to chat in this webinar is like you can have a chat or question or answer box, whatever it might be called in your different operating systems that you see. Uh, to try to use that chat box and chat with me, and if you have any serious questions you can always message me the question, even it is answer or if it is question, anything can only be used by using your keyboard and to chat only. Okay, Let me start the topic today. I do not want to disclose what is maybe a thematic topics that I normally do. Like last time we have done attack, and before last time we have done the various minor piece and rook end games. And today I would not like to tell you the topic before I go further. Only after only after the class I'm going to teach you what did we learn today. I mean the topic name, but I will teach you a lot of theories here. Okay, now let us analyze the first position. I think everybody can see my screen in this position. I can say it's already faced the opening, and now we have to choose some to continue the game. And here, what about developing the remaining bishop that is on c1? Okay, we have couple of options to develop the bishop on c1 now, because we already reached the middle game. It has to be developed on g5, or followed by maybe f3 followed by bishop e3, or maybe bishop b2. There are several plans to develop the bishop. Okay, now as I said, here we have couple of options. One is f3 or bishop g5, or b3 bishop b2. Okay, so in this different variations, can you think which one is correct? Like, only what is your choice? I just wanted to know what is your choice. Maybe not which one is correct. Can you tell me which is your choice? Kshaj wrong. Okay, good. Like everybody is good. There is nothing. Guys, I don't want moves. I want your plan. Okay, like I am developing my bishop. I want like that to be written, not just a move. I just wanted to hear from you. How would you like to describe your answer? I mean, how will you justify your answer? That's very important here. Okay, so I have a couple of mixed answers that I got in this position. That is, one is bishop g5 and bishop e3. Okay, and maybe in this position, the better move to play is Arav, correct? Arav Nambiar, correct? Okay, very many good answers that I am seeing here. First one I will try to explain. Now we will see one by one. Bishop g5. Yeah, it's a fair enough move, trying to trade the knight on f6, and then we are trying to place the knight to d5. This is one strategy that we can apply. Or maybe something like f3 and then rook e8 and bishop e3, trying to place the bishop on e3, and b3, which is indeed the best of all the three options. The reason is, improve the bishops, improve the pieces in the longest possible diagonals that they have. Here b3 and bishop is coming to b2 and getting the strongest diagonal that it has. This is one of the best options that you can do. Okay, and after maybe bishop b2 something, there are a couple of options that can come here. One is maybe knight g4, trying to place bishop f6. So we will play knight d5, trying to stop the bishop coming to f6, c6, and bishop b2 attacking the g7 square. So this is one option. Or maybe c6, trying to stop knight d5 coming up. We will play bishop b2. uh, if nobody if One second. Okay, so here bishop b2, maybe knight e8, and trying to play rook d1, queen e6, rook e1, bishop f6, queen d2, with a slight edge for white because of good bishop and good control over the center. Okay, so here after maybe rook e8, bishop f8 has been played in the game, and rook a g1 trying to just give the pieces on the open file that is possible, and queen c and rook e1 a6 just trying to support the pawn with f3, rook d8, king h1. This is very important move to like d5 and bishop c5, queen d7, and now there is a very good maneuvering. If anybody have questions, please only message me. Nobody is allowed to talk. Okay. Now, what is the best possible move for white in this position? Nidhi, okay. Atharva, Nidhi, Nubaid, Anushri, Arav Reddy, Achit, no, wrong. Suhas Kanduti, you are correct. I'm only telling the correct names, guys. I don't want to talk whoever wrote wrong. So don't ask me again and again, am I correct or am I wrong? Suhas Kanduti, till now, the only correct person that who has written here. I told Atharva Agarwal only if it is correct, I will tell it is correct. If not, I'm not going to tell it is correct or wrong because it's like lot of answers I'm getting continuously. So whoever is not getting a reply that it is correct, please recheck your answers. Okay, only Suhas Kanduti till now wrote me a correct answer. Arav, no. Shruti, no. Okay, now let me explain you one more way. Improvement of the pieces doesn't mean that you're placing those pieces in some square or maybe you're opening something. Okay, improvement is pieces is something where you will give a value to your pieces. Okay, so here the best move is, and knight e2, getting the longest diagonal to the bishop and the queen battery. Very good, Anush. Knight e2, and something like rook e6 has been played. Knight f4. Okay, attacking the rook. Maybe rook e8 has to go back. And who will tell me the next strongest move in this position? A move which will almost give us the fight. Suhas Akula, correct? Okay, many answers that I got is knight h5. I was wondering why knight h5 is correct. The reason is if knight into h5, there is nothing to do. Queen into g7 is not a checkmate because bishop is there and queen knight is there. Many people are writing me two answers. One is knight h5 and the other one is knight d5. But still here knight d5 isn't a better move. Knight into d5, maybe e into d5, and still it is not checkmate because the bishop is guarding on g7 square. Please see guys, before you answer me knight d5 or knight h5. Okay, so here let me ask you a question. Opponent does not have a light square bishop, so is your king safe or is your king is vulnerable to opponent's attacks? Can you answer me, guys? Is our king safe? Yes or no? Yes, our king is very much safe, and I don't think any of our opponent pieces can attack us. So even we can move our king side pawns to attack our king. Yes, Achit, that's correct. So g4. The idea of g4 is g5, and the knight on f6 is getting trapped. So here the next move is h6, and then rook to g1, preparing g5 attack on the g file completely. And all this position have maybe knight h7 and then knight h5, putting pressure on the g7 square, and maybe f6, queen d5 check, king h8, and maybe knight f4, idea knight g6. There are a couple of interesting plans that we can do in this position. So let us go back where we started the today's session. I would like to explain you some concepts. Improvement of the pieces is very, 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 very important. And the first piece that we have in today's session, I would like to explain in chess strategy, improvement of the pieces of various pieces, like how each and every piece can be used in the games in different set of positions, like different structures, how we have to use. And mainly the first piece that has a different structure is the piece on c1. So here in this particular examples, next few examples, we are going to see how we can improve the pieces in the game, like improvement or development of the pieces in correct squares to activate them and use the strength of the pieces is today's topic. And here the first element that I have taken, the first piece that I have taken is the bishop improvements. In the following few examples, we are going to see bishop improvements in various possible options. Okay, and this is white to play, and maybe hardly an equal position where it is slightly better for white because of bad piece on e8 square. Here, how will white continue its play? That's very important. Very good, Nubaid Khan. That's excellent. Achit, correct. Chakri, wrong. Akshaj, wrong. Vadivel, wrong. Arav Reddy, Shruti, Paritosh, Tarun Sai, wrong. No, only few correct answers I got. Achit and Nubaid Khan. Okay, let me give you a small clue or maybe a theory. In the open positions like this, where the pawns are on both sides of the game, the bishop outlines the knight or outshines the knight anytime. Okay, like the bishop tends to outshine the knight. Okay, here there also white has a very good command on the d file, and black on queen side pawns are very weak, like black queenside pawns on c6, a6 and c5 are pretty weak. Okay, how to progress, that's very important. Now either we have to switch sides, that's very important topic. Or maybe in today's session, important topic is switching the sides. So, and the bishop, now let us talk about our piece in today's first session is the bishop. Okay, here the bishop is hardly doing anything. Maybe yes, it's attacking the pawn on a6, but there is no very good diagonal to the bishop on the c4 square. Sometimes we feel the pieces in the center is good, but when it is really not having a good command over the game, the bishop placing on c4 is really not useful. So now the bishop has to be regrouped to its one of the longest possible diagonal to cover both the sides of the game. Okay, so what is the move now? Please think. Now it has to cover one of the longest diagonal. And many people are writing me one funny answer, that is bishop d3. Okay, there is nothing going to happen after bishop d3. I will simply play queen rook d6, and if we play queen e4 to give some intermediate threats, I will simply play knight f6, attack the queen and stop the f7 square. This isn't a very good move. In intermediate traps are not really good while you're playing a game. There has to be some long-term plans. Activate the bishop, use the bishop. Suhas Kanduti, correct. Ayush Rai, correct. Elijah Green, okay, good move. Paritosh, correct. Suhas Okula, correct. Arav, no. Kanak, Anushri, no, Anushri, correct. Kanak, correct. Ria, no. Akshaj, no. Karthik, no. Here, the best move to use the bishop is to play bishop to e2. The reason bishop to e2 is in this particular position, the bishop is incredibly controlling almost all the squares on the board that a bishop can control. Okay, and after this move, bishop e2, let us say something like rook c6 has played. Now we will play queen to e5. No hurry in playing our attacks. We are slowly pushing the position. Okay, and now bishop is getting a balance to the a6 square by attacking the a6 pawn, and also just a move which will improve the queen too. So queen e5 is a very slow and silent move to improve the position, and knight f6 maybe to improve his position, and now bishop will be placed in its one of the strongest square. So what is the improvement of the bishop again now? Where will be the bishop placed? To its best diagonal. Yes, many people are correct. Anushri, Harika, Ayush, Nubaid, Arav, Akshaj. Many people are correct. Wow, Chakri. Good guys. So bishop f3. This always try to place the bishops where no pawn is stopping you. That's very important for you to understand. Always play the bishops where there is no pawn that is going to attack you. Okay. This is one concept that you need to understand. Now, after maybe bishop f3, rook will go to c7, and here a small interesting move that can create pressure on opponent king. What is that? No, opponent king. Yes, Paritosh, correct. It's pressure on opponent doesn't mean that pressure on opponent king only. Pressure on opponent. Any pressure, maybe a queen side, a small pawn, attacking a pawn, improving the position. Suhas, correct. Ria, correct. Anushri, correct. Ayush Rai, correct. Nubaid Khan, correct. Parvatakar, correct. Wow. Rook d6, guys. A slow move, activating the rook and creating a threat of rook into a6. Now, and d7 has been played. Here, taking on a6 really doesn't help us. First, we will save our queen, queen c3, maybe c4. Here, in this particular position, taking on a6 immediately is not possible. Again, taking on c4 is a bad move because it will activate opponent's rook diagonal. I mean, rook file. If you take on c4, let us say rook into c4, and the entire c file will be under control for the rook and the queen on c file, which is very dangerous. So here, what can white play? Achit, correct. Okay, some interesting question with one of our students. Here, why did we play queen e5? The idea of queen e5 is again the same plan. Like if you wanted to place it in better squares, like getting support to the d6 square, let us for instance, or maybe coming back to the c3 and getting some attack on the c file, or switching the side to the queen side is more easy when we are playing queen to e5. Okay, and yeah, after queen c3, c4, how can we play here? Nubai, yeah, in a way you're correct, but why why do we need to do that? We can just play simple chess. Suhas, Rikar, Paritosh. If you attack, that doesn't, it is nothing there when the in that position. We can't attack anything. What can we attack here? If you attack with something like bishop h5 something, it's fine. I'll simply play queen c7, trying to exchange the queens and save on f7. There is no good, no, I can't say. There is simple, like maybe takes. Just exchanging the queens will not help you to continuously attack the game. So always try to keep your pieces, promote them, and then start attack. That's the way we attack. So queen c3 and c4, and yes, I think as many people have written here, that is b4. A simple move which will not stop your c file up coming up, and it's a very clear move to just be calm. Now it's fine. He don't have an open c file. Slowly we can attack on his a6 square. So knight f6, queen d4, trying to put pressure on the d8 square. Maybe exchanging the pieces is very much needed for black. So rook d7, rook into d7. And here if queen into d7, is it really a good move or a bad move? If good move, why? If bad move, why? Okay. Suhas, Shruti, Joseph, Achit, many people have written your wonderful views on this position. Yes, it is not good because queen into d7, knight into d7, and bishop e2 attacking the pawn on c4. So maybe knight b6, a5, knight d5, c3, knight into c3, fine, bishop into c4, and maybe knight d5 back, simple, bishop into d5, e into d5, and a4, b4, a6, a7, a8 equals queen. So we are simply winning. So here queen into d7 is not really a good move. So knight into d7 has been played, foreseeing the moves. And here, how will we continue? Again, pressing the position. That's it. Just press the position. We will win the game. Not like in earlier classes, like where we are attacking so much. Parva, correct? Elijah, you are correct. But first we will press the position and then play your move, yeah. Rahman, you are correct, but first there is a move, and then what you Suhas Kanduti. Most of your answer are like ideas are correct. Nidhi, your idea is correct. Ayush, no, yeah. Anga Dahuja, your idea is correct. Very good, guys. So first we have played Queen D6, Knight F6, and I think as everybody told this answer, B5. Simple advancement with our passed pawn to promote it to Queen and win the game. That's it. There is nothing new. It's a simple chess that we are playing. A into B5, A into B5. And now queen d7 trying to exchange the queens, and like earlier example, if we now exchange the queens, I don't think there is pretty much value to it, because knight b6 and there is no move called a5 here to attack the knight. So here exchanging the queens may not be a good move, so simply queen b8, king h7, and b6, unstoppable queen. We can simply push the queen or either win some piece, some material because of that. Maybe knight e8, b7, knight d6, and maybe simply queen a7, and he has to give away his knight back, or we are so this is how we have started. So the first move of improvement of the bishop on c4 has maybe one of the best ideas in this position to win the game. Okay, we will see one more example on the bishop movements again. Okay, now understand this position. It's white to play. Okay, so first let me explain this position. White is, I think white is positionally better compared to black because of pawn structure, a good pawn structure that is there for white, and good piece like placements. Okay, and but one of the biggest challenge of white's bishop on d3 maybe is e3, e4, and f3 pawns are stopping this bishop to develop. Okay, this is one aspect, and this bishop is also not able to be in the game. Okay, so how we will play? I think many people wrote me one answer, that is e5, without thinking any single time. But because of bishop into d3, e5 is not really a good move. Rook into d3, and simply play knight d5, controlling the central square for the knight, opening up the f pile, and e5 is definitely a weak square, which is really really bad for white. So e5 weakening the positions. Guys, please don't write me e5. Somebody has written me one more move. Achit, I think your idea is correct. Good. Anybody have doubts, please message me in chat box itself. Suhas Akula correct. Maybe your idea is correct. Kanak Parek correct. Okay. So here transformation or regrouping of the pieces is very important. Now we will see one by one. The bishop on e3, yes, as of now it is not really a good piece, and if it is coming to g5, okay, fine, it's just a piece which is coming to the g5 square, and after h6 maybe you hardly have to again go back. So the best way to develop this bishop on e3 is first we are playing b3. Okay, this is one of the Gligoric, mm, it's like mm, beauty. Gligoric is a player in 1970s, one of the best grandmasters at that time, and it has been played in European Chess Championship in 1973. So the b3 played by Gligoric is one of the very beautiful transformation of dark square bishop to another diagonal. That's very important. So here b3 is one of the good move, and after b3 maybe rook d8, and now I think everybody can guess the move. What is the move? To transform our bishop to the longest diagonal that is possible. Yes, Ishan, Nubaid, Akshaj, Parva, Anushri, Suhas, Sanjeev, Joseph, Ayush, Chakri. Many of you are correct. It's simple. Bishop c1. Transformation of bishop from the e3 square to b2. And I think I just wanted to announce everyone, most of you might feel these are easy, but these aren't easy. Unless until I tell you the ideas, you may not be able to get the plans that I'm showing you. Here, the plans to improve the bishop is very, 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 very important. Okay, so maybe queen f8, bishop b2, h6, maybe some moves like king g2 has been played, knight g8. Now, how will you improve your position? Okay, so here the move is now opponent has a bishop pair, so we don't want it to keep the bishop pair. So knight e5, seizing the bishop pair here. He has to accept it because the knight in the center is very dangerous and attacking the rook and bishop at the same time. So it is forced for him to exchange the knight on e5 with Elijah correct, Elijah Green and Nidhi correct. So bishop into e5 and knight e7 has been played and bishop to b5 attacking the bishop on I mean the rook on d7. Here they have played a very interesting move, that is knight d5. Why knight d5? First let me explain. It is a dubious move. The better move is simply exchanging, maybe like rook into d1 would be a better option. Here knight d5 they have played thinking that if e into d5 is not possible because the bishop on g6 is attacking the queen on c2, and if bishop into d7, his plan was to play knight e3 check and taking the queen on c2. So knight d5 is a kind of good move, but if opponent sees, it's not a very good move. So now it's like we have two threats. One is the pin with the bishop, and second thing a hole on e3 square. So with a single move, we can stop both with a single move. What is that move? Yes, Akshaj, correct. Akshaj, correct. Very good. Anushri, Parva, Suhas Okula, everybody is correct. Most of you are correct. It can be queen e2 or it can be queen c1. A simple move which will remove both the threats with a single move. Okay. So queen c1 has been played and now knight e3. Fine. Queen into e3. Now we have sacrificed our piece. Okay. Like rook into d1, rook into d1, rook into d1. At present, white is technically showing that he's say exchange down, but here he isn't. It is very simple move. I think most of you can see the move here. We are simply winning here. What is that move? Yes, Arav, correct. Ayush, correct. Akshaj, correct. Ayush, I think you have to check with your notations. Nidhi, correct. No, Suhas, see properly. Anushri, correct. Nubaid Khan, correct. Vivan, correct. Ryan Joseph, correct. Chakri, correct. Suhas, correct. Paritosh, correct. Karthik, correct. Arnav, wrong. Okay, the beautiful move here, because of this bishop acting on the king, is queen into h6. Okay, after queen into h6, maybe bishop to h7 to support, because if g into h6 is not possible, and if king g8, queen into g6, free piece. So to defend both of them at the same time, bishop to h7, and now this bishop is like outplayed in the game. It has to join the attack. So bishop c4 is the move, and queen f7, bishop into e6, queen g6. I know whenever there is a position where opponent is already materially high because of exchange up, he will definitely try to exchange the pieces. So he's trying to exchange the queens here. So queen f4, we are not accepting the exchange. Queen f4 threatening queen f8 back rank checkmates. So rook d8 have supporting. And now the next move of white made opponent resign. What is that move? Can anybody tell me? It's bishop to f7, guys. Bishop f7, queen c6 only move for the queen, and queen g5, threatening checkmate. He can't stop it because if rook g8, bishop into, king into, and queen into g7 checkmate. And guys, one request to everyone, please follow when I'm saying. Like, you are asking me a move which is long back. Here, why knight d5 is a mistake? I think I have spent more than enough time. That knight is coming to e3, giving a double attack to the queen and the king. So queen is going to c1 square, the knight coming to c e3 square, which I was trying to tell. And I'm getting a lot of questions with one of our student saying that he didn't understand why queen c1 is a good move. I request everybody, please follow. If you start disfocusing a little bit also, yeah, if you move the rook to e1, fine, knight will still come to e3, because rook into e1, you're losing the rook because of discovered attack. So okay, one more, maybe one of the best, my favorite. I think few of my students whom I'm teaching might know this, but no, no, no. Suhas, Joseph, Sanjeev, very good, correct? Nubaid Khan, correct, excellent. Arnav, yes, I can see you myself. It's Y2 player, Ayush, right? Achit, wow, correct. If anybody have questions after I'm switching the puzzles, please write an email after the class. Arav Tilop, correct? No, 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 no. Many people are writing me this one, queen f3. Yeah, it might be a good move in this position, attacking the f7 square, but I just wanted to let you know after knight c6, it isn't really an attack. So it is not queen f3. Guys, I am trying to show you improvement of the pieces and bishop mainly. So here, the bishop on d2. See, the most of them are black pawns and the bishop cannot come out. So a very interesting move, bishop c1. So bishop c1, a very good move, transforming the bishop to the one of the strongest diagonal. So something like g6, simple, bishop a3, transforming to a better diagonal. When it is here, it is blocked by its own pieces. So we are transforming it to a better square, bishop a3, knight h7, knight f3, queen d8, queen d2, king d7, rook b1, knight f5, bishop c5, king c6. Now again, I want to spend your time here. And what is the move here? No, no, no. I Before you do this, I wanted to tell you there is something called as fortress in chess. Okay, so here to construct a fortress, queen c1, very good queenside very good queenside fortress to construct and come to completely to the queen side, like maybe rook g8 and queen rook into a4, b into a4, queen a3, transforming the entire position, maybe queen into a4 in next moves. So queen a5 to stop queen into a4 here, and after this bishop into f5 and rook g8, rook into b8, rook into b8, and simple bishop h3. And I think white is simply winning. Two bishops for the rook, fine. If rook b1 also, can simply play maybe king h2. And this is clear winning. This knight is almost dead. It's like we are playing with two pieces extra on the board. That's it. I think, one second, I think I have to set my mic settings. Many of you cannot able to listen me. Just give me a minute, guys. Now, this is one more example how to improve the bishop. So we will do one more. It is black to play this time instead of white to play. Understand what is a better way to develop. It is black to play. Yes, many people started writing me this move king h7. Yes, I agree. This is one of the better move for black, but there are many better moves. Guys, somebody is writing me moves with knight, but movement. Okay, there are two possible. So it's very simple, interesting move. Bishop to e7. The idea of bishop e7 is transforming the bishop to the another diagonal. Like let us say knight d2, bishop d8, king g1, bishop b6. This diagonal, like a7 g1 diagonal, it has been transformed. This is very, 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 very important maneuvering. The bishop suddenly, which is on f8, transforming to this diagonal, which is more powerful, and it cannot be stopped with any of our opponent pieces as well. So bishop e7, knight d2, bishop Arnav, I can see, but I can explain you little later. You can email me. I will explain you these kind of doubts. Our topic is into strategy, so I would like to tell you little after the class. I can email you. So king g1, bishop b6, transforming in this diagonal of a7 g1 or a2 g8 diagonals. This is one of the important transformation of the bishop suddenly from the king side to the queen side. Okay, the reason why I will tell you. Queen e2 and now king g7, knight h4, something like attacking position from on the king side, queen d8, knight g2, and here the very good move in this entire position. What is that? A couple of moves back, somebody is asking me, Mr. Elijah is asking me, after bishop e7, rook e1, knight into e5 is quite not possible because the knight is supporting on d7 square. So I don't think knight into e5 is anywhere possible. So Queen d8, knight g2, and what is the move? Arav Reddy, correct. Excellent, yeah, very good. No, yeah. First, if you play knight into e5, Elijah, I understood your question. If you play knight into e5, I will take bishop into queen, right? It's fine, yeah. No need to sorry. So here the move is knight g5, a very powerful square for the knight to place on h3 or f3, maybe queen f3. In I am not telling immediate moves, maybe in future. Okay. So king h2 and the other knight also to f6, so that e4 is under pressure. Knight f3 and simple knight into e4, and this we are winning. This is powerful and this is getting powerful. And what else do we need? Pieces on the board to just distract our opponents. I think, yeah, this is fine. Okay, I think these are typical maneuverings of the bishop. Now, I just wanted to take your review to proceed further. Do you wanted to completely learn about bishop maneuvering in this class and do another piece in next class, or partially already learned bishop maneuvering here? Would you like to go to knight maneuvering? I will take the majority. Please message me. You would like to continue with bishop maneuvering in depth, or you wanted to take one more piece, maybe a knight maneuvering? Bishop, 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 knight, knight, bishop, knight, 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 bishop, 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 knight, bishop, knight, knight, knight. Okay, so majority says bishop. Even I'm reading out all the options that has been voted. So bishop we will continue in depth, and maybe in the next class, whoever has subscription to our King's Academy may be eligible to listen to this program with another pieces in the next class. Okay. Akash, I understand, but majority speaks, yeah. So I don't have any issues to teach any of the piece. I have done this. It's okay for me. And this will may be one of my favorite. The next move of white is my favorite move. I played a lot of games in this maneuvering, a lot, and won at a very high level. So would you like to win like me? Please tell the answer now. Joseph, no, wrong. Elijah, you are almost correct, but not that move. Here, I'll explain you. Mainly who plays Catalan structures, or what we call them, English with G3 setups, or accelerated dragon in Sicilian from black, this opening, or maybe this structure. The bishop on G2 is one of the most powerful piece in this game. Unfortunately, it got blocked, right? So we need to activate the bishop on G2. But how are you going to activate the bishop on G2 here? I don't think I got a correct answer till now. I'll explain you one more important theme that you have to understand here. Black does not have a light square bishop. That means all the squares are literally weak. All the squares. Ria, very good, excellent. Anushri, very good, excellent. Aleja, correct. Wow, good. Nubaid Khan, good. Uh, Aditya Padia, good. Rahman, good. Achit good, Akshaj good, Parvatakar good, Suhas wrong, Akula wrong, Suhas Akula wrong, Nidhi correct, Shruti Gandhi correct. So here, since H4, a typical idea to C8 H3 diagonal will be under our control. Since opponent does not have a light square bishop, we are activating all the light squares under our control. With H3, idea is bishop H3. H4, bishop H3 is the idea. So rook into D1, rook into D1, rook D8, and a quiet move A5 to strengthen our pawn chain. Knight C8, and the move comes bishop H3. A well-planned maneuvering for the bishop, and maybe if we could double the like queen and rook on the d file, and no, I might have missed, sorry. So I might sometimes miss few moves because like lot of messages are completely dropping in my screen. And maybe if we can double the rooks on the d file, we if we could place our one of our rooks or queens on d7, it is like we are winning. So what he has done, he played a6, and now we cannot really put double the rook. So what we have done, we simply accepted the exchange. And since we have a good development, the next white has is reasonably one of the best move in this position. Now let us understand again the structure. The bishop is very well developed, and this bishop is doing his best. So if we can proceed in one of the side with attacks, it will help us. Okay. So in this particular position, queen side play and queen side breaks may be very much needed. So c4, knight e7, and the next move king f1, a very interesting prophylactic measure in the end games, that is to stop something like queen d3 coming up. We will place our king to maybe something like on e2 or something. So king g7, king e2, stopping the d3 square. H6, queen to c3, trying to transform into this diagonal with a weakness. Queen b6, and I think now everybody can guess the move. This is a pin. So what is the move, guys? Come on, I would like to listen from you. Correct. Ishan, Nubayt, Suhas Akula, Aditya Mandala, Akshat, Suhas, Akash, Ria, Chakri, Paritosh, Ryan, Tarun, Sanjeev, Parva, Nidhi, Shruti Gandhi. Many of you are correct, guys. Arav Reddy, Achit, most of you are correct with it's a very simple move. Anyways, it's Aditya Padia, very good, very good. Sanjeev, Vadivel, correct. So the move is F4. Simply putting pressure on the pin piece, a well-known saying. So f6 has been played, and now this bishop, we will be activating this bishop again to one of the best squares in this possible in this position. The move is bishop c5. Arnav, very good, correct. Nubayt Khan, Anushri, correct, correct, correct. So queen c7, and maybe f takes c5, f takes c5. And now we have to transform our queen. Now this queen is really bad, so we need some better file or rank to the queen. So where will you move? Very good. Elijah, Parva, Arnav, correct. Tarun Sai, correct. Very good, guys. It is queen f3. Transforming the queen to the open f file, and this is now under pin because if it moves, since it is under attack, we are taking on f8 square. So queen f3, maybe queen to d8, bishop e6, f7 is under attack. So queen e8 forced move. And now bishop d6, crushing. We are just crushing him. And now h, king h7, queen to f6. Srijan, wow, I have seen you since long time in the answer. Knight g8, bishop into g8, king into g8, and bishop into e5. Unstoppable checkmates, maybe. h5, c5 first, bishop h6, queen h8, king f7, queen into h6, queen into e5, And yes, we are a pawn up. So whenever we are a pawn up in the end games, we should always try to exchange the queens and win with a pawn extra and a passed pawn. So how can we exchange the queens here, guys? I wanted to listen from you. Akshat, Ria, Anushri, Akash, Elijah, Nubaid, Rahman, Rojran, Sanjeev, Arav Reddy, Vivan, Krishna Yashashvi, Paritosh, Suhas. Very good. Excellent. Excellent. So queen f4. And it's very simple. Queen into f4 and g into f4. We have a passed pawn, and I at your all your level, I need not teach you how to win with a passed pawn, and this is not an end game class to teach you anyways. So we'll break for maybe 10 minutes. It is a break time for you and me, and we will meet again exactly in 10 minutes from now. You can have a break. So one next one. Yes, I am sharing my screen. In case if somebody can't see, please try to refresh the page. Okay, so this is black to play. How will you continue from black? Very good, Kanak. Elijah, very good. Shruti, wrong. Harika, wrong. Chakri, wrong. Very good, Achit. Excellent. Parva, correct. Sanjeev and Srijan, wrong. Harika, Ishan, correct. Ayush Rai, correct. Again, I don't know, Ayush, you are confusing with your chess notations here. But answer is correct. Suhas, wrong. Akshaj, wrong. Arav Tilop, correct. Okay, guys, considering white is eager to play c2 to c3, securing the king to c2, here white's next move is c3 and king c2 because he already lost the chance of castling. He wants to play c3 and king c2. So we have to play long castling. So maybe something we have to stop or something like that. Act proactive. So b6, improving the bishop to this diagonal or to this diagonal according to the situations. So c3, a very good move here, bishop a6. The reason here bishop a6 is good, we can immediately do long castling and maybe something like bishop d3 can be pointed out. So bishop f1, since it's like in the long diagonal, he and we not accept the sacrifice. So long castling. No, yes, Harika, I'm coming to your point. Now, long castling check, knight d2, and simply bishop b7. Very strong bishop. So this is the improvement of this bishop. Okay, so king c2, knight f6, bishop d3, h6, rook e1, g5, and h3, g4, hg4, knight g4, rook f1 maybe, and a4, a4, and knight c5. And now come one important concept here. How will you continue here? There's a very easy move, but I just wanted to see whether you're concentrating or not. So what is a move that can black play here? Arav Tilop wrong, Suhas wrong. Achit correct. Anushri correct. Arav Tilop correct. Elijah Green correct. Parva Thakkar correct. Ayush Rai, Aditya Padia. Very good. Very, very good. Paritosh. So simple, yeah. H3. Simple. Simple chess. Don't, we need not worry on big chess. Okay. H2, Rook H1 and Rook H1, and simply we can play Rook H3 and putting pressure on this and trying to improve the bishop to here or here and then doubling the rooks, and we are winning the game. A simple win because only because we have activated the bishop. Okay, one more with white to play. Okay, this is a very interesting maneuvering. Here, can anybody tell me which bishop is very weak? Which bishop is weak here? Yeah, the f3 bishop, Elijah. Oh, excellent. So the bishop on f3 is very weak. Ria, very good. I'm happy that everybody is really. Suhas Akala, your answer is also correct. So we need to develop the bishop on the light square bishop to into the game. Okay. So to develop the light square bishop, this way it is not possible. So definitely we have to come back, maybe here or here. So and if you come here again, you don't have squares because any one of these squares are not very good for the bishop. Okay. Elijah, that's what I'm trying to tell. Bishop e2 may not be a good answer. So we need a better replacement to this to come like this, okay? To have a better squares. So what is a move? Ria Pal, correct. Arav Tilop, correct. Achit, no, yeah, somebody is writing me answers like Queen C2. How is that possible? If it comes here, it has to go back, right? It has to jump over our pieces. So maybe the moves like Queen D1, one move, or Queen D3, or maybe Queen C1. One of the best out of the best is Queen C1 to indirectly getting control over this square and also activating the bishop, transforming the bishop to the other diagonal. So Queen C1, maybe Queen C4 trying to attack the queens. Bishop B1 takes Rook D8 and Bishop B3. This is itself this now both the bishops are really powerful. Knight e6 maybe, a5, king into knight into g7, king into g7. It's like now paired bishops versus paired knights. So how can we continue the game? So it's very simple. Bishop e6 trying to press the position, knight d7, rook d1 attack on d7, rook a7, and I think bishop to b2, transforming this diagonal with the idea of maybe bishop into e5 because c8 is under hanging, and something like rook d8 has to be maybe if he plays like bishop into e5 and winning like knight into e5 is not possible because rook into d8 is coming. So here the better move here is queen c1 with the idea of f3, d1 and b3. So we are switching the sides quite frequently, dears, that you have to really understand. And yeah, maybe one more. White to play and sorry, black to play. Since request of many students, after this puzzle, I would like to pause a little. Maybe at in another 10 minutes, I will pause these bishops, and for half an hour, I will try to show maybe the knights. Nobody is correct enough. Sanjeev, you wrote the answer exchanging the pieces. I am asking to improve the pieces. There is a very good concept, it exchanging and improving. Okay. And one more thing, the strategy can be Priya Noya. Okay, I'll help you, everyone. The bishop on b7 seems to be a very good bishop. Only if this is not there, maybe e4 is not there, then it's controlling the entire diagonal. So we have to activate it. Srijan Masheti, very good. Suhas, my preference is your preference. Arav, yes, or Ria, all of you preferences. I'm my preferences, but yeah, Elijah, Suhas Kandukti, Ishan, Suhas Akula, or Arav Nambiari, Aditya Mandala, Tarun Sai, Sanjeev Vadivel, Vivan Power, Akshaj, everybody is correct. But one thing I really liked, all my students are trying to say F5 because it's my style of play, even Arav, Suhas, or Ria when I started this. But here, maybe play a little bit safer chess unless until you are very confident on the chess that you're playing an attacking chess. So it's better you play D5 instead of F5. So a standard open place to open, okay. And maybe E5 has definitely opponent will not accept and play E5, and the move comes, maybe a sacrifice d4. Very good, Ishan. Good, Ishan. The pawn sacrifice, which is turning this bishop into a big tornado. Like now he's destroying everything possible. Knight into d4. First we will develop an exchange on d4. He will play bishop b2, knight d4, knight d4, and now simple queen d5, and we are winning. And yes, now again I need the move here. Actually, the correct move is not played in the game. Suhas correct. That is the correct move, but it hasn't played in the game, unfortunately. If you understood my concept well, I need the answer here, guys. Here, the fantastic move. No, no, no. See, I'll explain. This is now very good. Now, this is not very good. So, it is exactly that we have to do something with this bishop now. Activate this. No, bishop h4, just a bad move. Very bad move. There is nothing to get in this square. Nidhi correct. Numaid Khan correct. Joseph correct. Parva correct. Tarun Sai correct. Anushri correct. Kanak correct. Ryan correct. Aditya Mandala correct. Akshaj correct. Chakri Bolagani correct. Very good, guys. This is bishop to d8. The very idea of bishop to d8 speaks it. Like now, after bishop to d8, it is now getting transformed to this diagonal. Like maybe a random move, I'll play rook c1 and bishop b6 and knight f3 maybe. Now see, two beautiful bishops. That is, I think we need not do anything. We can simply win the game. Later, few moves we will play, we will win the game. So, but in the game that had happened is with the move f5. The idea of f5 is very interesting. If he takes e into f6, he wants to play bishop into f6 and develop the bishop to this diagonal. And after f5, if he doesn't accept it and play something like rook to c1, we will simply take, and again use the same idea. We just waited one move. Bishop d8, rook c5, queen a2, rook c1, bishop c1, sorry, queen into e2, knight into e2, and bishop b6. This is winning for us. This is a very good game for us. Very, very, very good game. But here we have to be a little careful because we are a pawn down. So we need to be a little more careful because now queens got exchanged, and I think slowly we can put this and take this, and we can take this also, and maybe an equal or slightly better for black. So all this has started with this move d5 here, guys. Excellent. Okay, now one more from white, and maybe the last one in bishops. We will see something else after this. So it is white to play. First, understand what has to be developed. Good, guys. Many people wrote me the correct answer. That is f4. So bishop e2 and g4, maybe d5, cd5, bishop d5, gf5, bishop to b3, attacking the rook, rook e1 just supporting c4, and knight g4 and winning. I think this is clearly winning. We are attacking him like anything on the g file. So queen c5, f6, knight d5, bishop d4, queen into b5, f into g7, and we are winning. Very good. Good, guys. Now I think I think by now everybody understood the bishop maneuverings. I am randomly picking somebody to speak and explain to everybody else what did we learn with bishops before we really go to the knight maneuverings. So maybe I have picked Aleja Green. Can you speak and explain what did you learn in today's session to everybody of your friends so that we will conclude and go to the next piece? Elijah Green?
You've got to try and maybe open up the position a bit and try and put your bishops on the longest diagonal possible.
Okay, that's really good. Good, yeah, very good. So maybe I'm simply randomly picking somebody. I think whoever is more active will get more chances to speak and explain. And let's see who will speak in Knight's Maneuvering. So 1 second, guys, give me a minute. I'm trying to figure out the Knight Maneuvering problems. Just give me a second, guys. I just trying to open the file, which is little more taking time. Okay, I got the Knight maneuverings here. Okay, now everybody can see my new position. So here a6 has been played by black just now. Now it's knight maneuverings, definitely. I can say this knight doesn't really have a potential squares. Like even it comes here, it is getting closed, and even it comes here, it can be simply captured by the bishop. So if it comes here, there is no scope. So it's very important to understand the knight maneuvering here. Arav Tilop, correct? So, tell me if at all I allow you to place anywhere on the board the knight, what are the two best squares for the knight to be placed? Please write me. What are the two best squares for the knight to be placed on the board? Even if just write like Arav correct, Achit correct, Nubayt Khan correct, Parva correct, Suhasakala correct, Anushri correct. Very good, guys. So the two best squares for the knight in this particular position, since opponent see how to choose. Immediately, what we have to understand is opponent have a white color bishop on like a piece that is controlling the white squares. The knight will be placed on the dark square. So these two are very good squares for the knight to be placed. Okay. So in these two squares, how can we reach? Let us say one by one. Let us say about d6 first. Maybe d6 practically not possible because it's to reach d6 are completely closed or maybe crushed by opponent's pieces. So we can't reach d6 practically. So we will try to see c6. No, 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 no. Yes and yes. So there are two squares for the knight. Guys, somebody is writing me that they can't hear me, but I'm shouting here. So these three are the good squares for the knight, either d3, b3, or d3. Okay, to reach. And now we have to figure out what is the best way without disturbing our positions. Okay. Here the better way is simple move, bishop f1, a very silent move, and maybe knight e1. in the next idea with knight e1, knight d3, knight c5. A very simple idea without disturbing our position. So rook c7, knight e1, rook f8, knight d3, maybe something like knight c6. Fine, you're simply playing knight c5. It's one of the best maneuverings for the knight to go to c5 square. So queen e7, and I think here it's a very tactical idea to win a pawn here. What is that? Can you elaborate? And I think we are clearly winning here with a very tactical move. Who is going to answer me the tactical threat here? Achit, correct? Ayush Rai, correct? Again, notation wrong, Ayush. Ayush, you have to work on your notations. Parva, correct? Joseph, correct? Arav Tilop, correct? Nubayt Khan, correct? Ria Pal, correct? Uh, Ishan, correct? Suhas Akla, correct? Akshaj, correct? Karthik, in a way, you're correct. So here the move is knight into b7. And then maybe if rook into b7, bishop into a6, threatening the rook. And if rook has to go back, bishop into c8, rook into c8, and two very fair passed pawns. So let us come back. Here they have given a counter threat, knight into d4. The idea of knight into d4 is if queen into d4, he wants to play rook into c1. So first rook into c7, rook into c7, and knight c5. Simply going back, and now we are again attacking this a6 square, and we are simply two pawns up. So he has given a rook sacrifice, I mean, exchange sacrifice, and this is simple win. Unstoppable, a desperate position. Black just resigned. This is threatening, this is threatening, and this is threatening. It's clearly winning for black. So this is knight, the beauty of knight. Okay, so one more with knight. So who is going to answer me this? Joseph, correct? Nubaid, yeah, it is correct. Ria, no, wrong. Sanjeev, wrong. Elijah, wrong. See, guys, let me explain you. You cannot do anything on the queen side. So please don't answer me something on queen side play. Akshaj, correct. Guys, I just wanted to let you know there is no G pan. There is no G pan for black. So, and also we have a very wonderful pawn structure. So here white transformed the sounder pawn structure. Here, since he has a very sounder pawn structure, white is transforming his knights to the king side now. Knight e2, rook g8, maybe c3, attacking the knight. Knight a6, knight g3, and queen f8. Okay, and I think we are transforming the other knight also. So knight d1, knight f1, knight df1, knight h7, knight e3, and yes. So this is winning. Simple, a very simple win. Just placed our knight on f5, and we can just win the game, whatever it is. It's simply we will bring the pieces, and we are winning. A very simple win for white. Just, just, just played with the knights. That's it. Okay, and I think this is very easy to identify what is the best square for the knight and how can you reach. It's a very simple maneuvering here. Nubaid Khan correct. Chakri wrong. Arnav Krishna wrong. Parvatakar correct. Srijan Mashati wrong. Achit correct. Joseph wrong. Akshaj wrong. Anushri correct. Vivan wrong. Arav Tilop correct. Ishan wrong. Nihas wrong. Nihas, it's a blunder. Srijan wrong. Joseph wrong. Some interesting question Paritosh has written me is bishop is stronger or not is stronger. It completely depends on the positions. It completely depends on the positions. In the previous all the previous positions, bishop is stronger. Now we are seeing the knight is stronger. Knight or bishop, it depends on. Yes, Arna, there is a chat box. You can chat with me. Like you have, you are writing. No, no. In the same chat box, you can write me Arna Singh. Tarun Tubati wrong. Shruti Gandhi correct. Okay. In this typical French pawn structures, where it is a French opening pawn structure, where E65 is typically there, so the more pressure has to be there on this E6 square. Since already one piece is under attack, so we will transform our knight, identifying there is no dark square for bishop for our opponent. Knight A4, transforming the knight to the C5 square. It's very important. Like knight A4, maybe rook F8, knight C5, and bishop C8. And now knight d3, an interesting idea. Queen h6 and knight e5. Many people wrote in the first move as knight e5, but I didn't understand what if queen into f2 followed by checkmate. Like queen into f2, king h1, knight g3, knight into g3, and rook h6 followed by checkmate. So in order to do that, we transformed our knight with a tempo to c5, attacking the bishop on d7, and then bishop will go back to c8, knight d3, queen h6, and knight e5. And here, if knight e5, fine. You can take d into e5, or here knight into e5 is equally good because queen into f2 check is not there. Yes, he can accept on f2 if required. Like after knight into e5, maybe rook into f2 can be played, but here there is a very good tactic: rook into c8, rook into c8, and king into f2. We are winning a piece. So black hasn't accepted and played queen to g5. F3, a very simple move to stop the attack. G6, rook C7 attacking on the 7th rank. Queen H4, Queen D2 transforming to having two queens, like a queen side and a king side play. At the same time, Rook F4, Rook C1 attacking on the entire C file. And I think we are winning because the C8 is hanging. Rook into D4, Queen H6, threatening checkmate, threatening this, and threatening this double attack. Many threats, many multiple threats in this position. So here knight a4, c5, d3, e5 is a maneuvering for the knight. Okay, one interesting one with white to play. Okay, first we will go step by step. Please tell me now what is the better place for the knight, and then we will discuss what maneuvering can be used. Arav Tilop correct, Parva correct, Nubaid Khan correct, Arnav Krishna correct, Niti correct, Anushri correct, Ishan correct, Nihas correct. Okay, guys, first we have identified Sanjeev Vadivel correct. So these two are the very good squares for the knight to be placed. Either it is on d5 or it is on f5. Okay, so in order to bring that, we have to see some couple of maneuverings. How can we do that? Achit Vimal, very good. Only one answer correct till now. Ria, no, yeah, it's a not a very good maneuvering. Parva, yes, in a way you are correct. Suhas Akula correct. Nubaid Khan correct. Arnav wrong. Paritosh correct. Shruti very long manuring, no wrong. Sanjeev Vadivel wrong. Many people started writing me this one. I was wondering, what about this? Tarun, okay, many people again writing me this one also. Knight d3, knight b4, knight d5. But simple move a5 after knight d3 will stop everything. May not be immediate. Yeah, a5 is a move. No, I told Akshaj it's not immediate. It is our idea. Okay, Shruti, in a way you are correct. The much safer maneuvering is to reach the knight to c, to reach the knight to the c3 square. It can be possible whether this way or this way. That's it. So either g3 is okay for here or c3. So c3, b4, c4, g6, g3, rook c4, rook d1, because we don't want it to waste if our anyway we have to bring our rook back because the knight is trying to be placed on d5 square. So knight e7, knight e queen d3 attacking d6 square, rook c6, knight e3, and we have reached it. This is winning. White fulfilled our plan to reach the knight to d5, and after this we can just win the game. Maybe rook c5, queen to e3, bishop to e7, rook to d3, bishop to d8, queen to d2, rook to c6, queen to d1, king to g8, h4, h5, trying to create weakness, and maybe a little bit of maneuvering that had happened here. I'm just skipping the moves. Okay, now I need a move from white. How will white be continuing the position? Nubaid Khan, I don't think f4 is a f4. Yes, Nubaid, you're correct, but there is a very safer move. Joseph, correct. Arnav wrong. Kanak wrong. Shruti wrong. Suhas wrong. Achit correct. Akshaj correct. Srijan Mashetti wrong. Guys, it's very simple here. Either it is h into g6, opening the h file, or a very interesting move, queen f2, trying to control this diagonal and slowly play g4 and maybe in future come on to the king side. Rook b7, h g6, f g6. And now, since we got control over the queen side, we are trying to break the center by playing c5, a logical advancement of the move on the queen side, d c5, queen c5, transforming a very clear exposed, like now opponent king is literally exposed to our pieces, like maybe bishop d6, rook c1. We can simply start playing on this file or and attack. Like this fellow on d5 is simply controlling almost all the uh, okay, somebody's asking me an interesting question, that why not g4? Good that you asked. Here, instead of queen e f2, if you play something like g4, uh, he will first immediately stop c5 coming up. Once c5 is stopped coming up, it's very risky for us. And here, after queen f2, if opponent tries to play queen to rook to c8, we can simply take this, and then maybe queen a7. We should have connection to go into opponent king. Either it can be from the queen side or it can be from the king side. So g4 is not a really an appreciable move here. Okay, this is white to play. Okay, I got some couple of responses. Out of them, Arnav, Parva, and very few are correct. That is knight df2, because I feel this square is one of the strongest for the knight. So knight d2, castling, knight e4, bishop e7, bishop g3, trying to put more pressure on this d6 square, queen d8, knight d6. We achieved it. It's like a saying from one of the most maybe greatest world champion to play with knights, Alexander Alekhine, had told in one of his statements that place the knight on d6 or d3 squares and sleep, automatically you will win the game. That is what Alexander Alekhine told in one of his saying. So knight d6, and yes, we can sleep now. We can simply just play the game automatically. Uh, okay, Nubaid. I think it is Steinis. No, I think it is Alekhine. So queen b6, queen d3, and trying to go with this. So g6 is forced, and knight c5, trying to open up the position. Bishop c8, and this is a very interesting move. Next move, and this idea is nothing related to knight maneuvering here in this particular example, but the next move of white is very important. What is the move? Like, we have to open this, we have to like get rid of this. So how can we play? Yes, Achit correct, Suhas Akula correct, Akshat correct, Elijah correct, Aish no wrong, Nubaid wrong, Arav wrong. I'm surprised. Many people writing me this answer, like, but here after rook into g7, I'm surprised. Like queen into rook g6. I don't know. Maybe queen e8, bishop f8. It's like saved. So knight into f7 is not the answer here. Okay, so couple of answers, but very few are correct. h4. Trying to play h5 and destroy this. So knight c6 something. And first we played a5 to just make sure the queen is getting out of the game. And now, since the queen is not here, and I think now knight into f7 is working. The reason I will show you: queen into g6, rook g7, the same queen e8, the same bishop f8, everything remains the same. But here, since opponent played knight c6 and this is getting struck, knight into e6 is coming. And here, knight into e6, bishop into e6, rook into c6, and maybe clearly winning for white. Bishop d7 and queen into h6. It's clear winning for white. Okay, the last one for today. And white, it is black to play. White just played f4. And what is the best move for black in this position? I think by now everybody would have understood that the opponent has a dark square bishop. So maybe we are searching for good squares on light squares. So it has to be this or this. So I think many of you wrote it correctly by now, because I'm sure everybody got the concept today. Yes, it is knight d6. G4, knight e4. That's it. Knight d3, f6. Get rid of the knight, and this is like strong. It's like winning, almost winning. I'm just showing the game how black has turned this position to win. Simply king g8, trying to just escape, and h6, knight e5, takes, queen e7, queen h5, rook f8, rook f7, rook takes, g takes, queen h6. And I think this is really clearly winning. Rook e8, h4, rook e6, queen f4, and queen h5. And I think just in few moves, maybe opponent just played queen g4, queen into g4, rook into g4, and still he can't do anything with these two pieces. Yeah, it is like this pair is like dominating the entire movements of the pieces. Slowly we can win. No hurries, no hurries at all. We will slowly, slowly, slowly win the game. Okay. All right, then I think I'll take one of reviews who actively participated. Maybe the last message, and one of the actively participated student is Nubaid Khan. Let me select him. Where is he? Uh, Nubaid, can you speak a little few words on what we have learned on night maneuvering before we conclude the class today?
So basically, knights are the best. You should always look for knight outposts because
Okay.
basically like
So,
outposts are best.
can you describe an outpost?
An outpost is basically where it's very hard for your opponent to exchange the knight off or to get rid of the knight. So and the
What
square
is
should
the
also.
important theme to choose the color of the night?
It's important because if you always
No,
want your
which
knight on
color?
the opposite color of the bishop of the
Very good,
other
very
bishop.
good, very
So
good.
like
That
if
is
he has
very
a dark
important.
square bishop,
Like, let us
like
say if opponent has a dark square bishop, the outpost should be selected on a light square. That's very important. Okay. Okay. Okay,
yeah.
Nubai, I think you enjoyed the session.
Yeah.
Okay. So, anybody who just wanted to say some feedback session can just raise. There is an option raise hand. Can you raise the hand? Maybe three people to just give a review on. There is an option raise hand. Please press it. It is gone. Really? Yes. Okay. Who? Anyways, then I can't. Maybe I'm just picking a few. One is Ishan, and maybe maybe again something like this. I'm
You're
pressing
unmuted.
and something like.
You're
Wait.
unmuted.
1 second. Maybe I don't know. Sanjeev or Shruti, maybe. Yeah. So first,
Okay,
Ishan, can
nice
you?
to done.
Yes. First, Ishan, can you tell me about the class? What did you learn and how was it?
So today I learned about both minor pieces, how to put them on good squares, which will help you win the game or gain an advantage in the game, and it'll also help you implement the tactics. And
Okay,
if
that's
you do
good.
bishop maneuvering, there are no rules to it, but like you should do it in a way which is advantage to you. And if you do knight maneuvering, and if you outpost the knight, the outpost should always be the opposite color of the bishop.
Okay, that's good. So next is Harika. Can you speak?
Sir, we learnt about knight outpost and bishop, where to keep bishop and where to keep bishops in long diagonals.
Okay, and Shruti, can you speak a little? Shruti, can you speak?
Yeah, hi. So I would the night we need to keep it on the two things major that I learned was night has we have to choose a square which is opposite to the bishop's color the opponent has, and also the route has to be the route you choose for the night has to be probably quicker and shorter.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So two announcements, everyone.